wanted to try to write the best record I possibly could. I don't know, like, I'm always thinking about different concepts as far as, from a musical standpoint goes. So I'm always trying to bring something new to the table. I think we achieved that with this one. It's not necessarily, I mean, I think the music just naturally evolves, right? It's like, it's not like, okay, we did this one, so I have to now write in this other key or whatever. I don't really think about any of that when I'm writing music. I just, I know what I did on the last one, and then, new stuff just kind of naturally comes out. I try not to repeat myself with writing songs on any record. I mean, I think there's certainly certain things that maybe might be part of your style that, like blast beats, right? Like we're going to reuse that as far as like a drum beat goes, or a thrash beat or something like that. But yeah, musically, we always try to do something different every single time. I like when there's diversity of tempo and feel and all that kind of good stuff. I mean, certainly we're a very heavy, band at our core. We're not like Opeth or something like that like has lots of acoustic passages and really kind of goes through different feel changes kind of more frequently. But within our style of writing, I think there's like lots of variation again between tempo and key and even adding some clean elements to certain sections to kind of create some peaks and valleys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, Jens did such a great job mixing it. He has a great way of, it's sort of paradoxical, right? It's like it's separate, but it's cohesive at the same time. So, like everything fits just like a puzzle almost. Like everything is just really well interwoven. And yeah, I mean, you could thank Jens for that. He's just got a great ear. He's done, this is his second record that he's mixed and mastered for us. So I think he really kind of understands the Revocation sound now. And, the bass is really audible. The guitars, I think, sound really thick, but also clear. The drums sound crushing, and I love what he did with my vocal production. Yeah, he's a fantastic bass player. Great feel, great tone. I feel like we're kindred spirits because he's a big jazz guy as well. So we bond over that. Yeah, great addition to the band. Yeah, most of the time they're friends. And yeah, I mean, I think it's great. It just makes it that much more special, I guess. But I've played with people for the first time, and you like I just did some jazz gigs like a couple days ago, where I played with the guitar player and a new bass player in New York for the first time. I'd never even met the bass player before the gig. We literally just got to the gig and said hello, and then we played together. All improvised music. So I was like, that's a great feeling too, when you can just kind of meet them, and now you have a new friend. You know what I mean? So music is one of those things where it's. I've been doing interviews all day, and this has kind of been a topic that's come up a few times now, and it's so fascinating, and I feel so lucky because it's like, I love meeting new people, I love making new friends, but it's also like special being a musician because a lot of the friends that I meet are very talented musicians themselves. So it's like you already have a bond there, you already have a camaraderie, even if you don't, like I said, in the instance of me playing the gig in New York with meeting the bass player Nick Jost. He plays for Baroness, and we've never met before, and we just kind of hit it off, and boom, we're on stage, playing in front of a group of people. So music is that kind of magical thing that just brings people together. You're in France right now, and we're connecting. It's amazing for me as an artist as I get to tour and travel. I see the world, but it's through the lens of music, and to me that's just such a magical experience. I'm just so thankful for that. Yeah, I love metal. I mean, I'm a metal fan. Fucking covered in tattoos. Got a Metallica shirt on right now. But I listen to a diverse array of music. Like, I mean, yesterday when I landed in LA for press, the first thing in my headphones was the new Tyler, the Creator record, which is a hip hop album. So like, I listen to rock, I listen to jazz, I listen to metal, I listen to hip hop, I listen to classical music. I think I have a pretty diverse taste in music, and you know, it just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes it's fucking the most brutal, pummeling death metal I can get my hands on. Other times it's like, you know, Joe Pass playing like duo with Ella Fitzgerald. Just depends. I'll put it to you this way: knowledge is power, right? So I think, you know, the more you learn and the more you can kind of absorb. It doesn't always mean that you're going to be the best musician in the world or write the best songs in the world or anything like that. But like, I think, you know, having access to more information is always going to be beneficial, like, you know, in one way or another. But, you know, just because you know a lot of theory doesn't mean you write great songs, or just because you've got great technique doesn't mean you write great songs. But I think it can, if you already have an innate ability, it can just kind of nurture that or help you at least get to the answer quicker sometimes, which means you can be more productive. Well, you know, there's a difference between using the internet to learn about stuff and using the internet to fuck around on social media. You know what I mean? So I think it all kind of depends for a lot of us, and we all can fall victim to this from time and time again. It's just a time suck, you know. It's distraction. You're just kind of scrolling, watching fucking dumb videos or whatever, something that's maybe funny or entertaining, but you're not really using it as an educational source. But, you know, certainly you can read books on the internet, or, you know, look up different lessons on certain things. So of course it's an educational tool, but in general, you know, if you look on YouTube, there's tons of educational content on YouTube. Yeah, so I mean, it's a play on words of "no gods, no masters," right? Which is you know, a phrase, you know, popular in the punk and metal scene, but comes before that. And I wanted to try to take that idea and kind of pervert it. You know, I mean, "no gods, no masters" is very empowering. You know, it's you know, meant to say, like, you know, no king will rule over me, and, you know, I'm in control of my own destiny. New gods, new masters, you know, to me anyway, is, you know, kind of more dark, more like humanity is kind of doomed to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Only now we have nuclear weapons and artificial intelligence and all these other things like this. We've kind of created our own new god, and so many people are worshiping it because it provides the promise of a utopia, a promise of, you know, even just on a basic level, just more convenience. And, you know, at a certain point, we might be innovating ourselves out of existence. I mean, you know, it's this sort of golden calf, right? You know, it's a play on the, you know, the sort of monolith that we all worship, right? And yeah, I think technology is the just kind of the current iteration of that. Only in this case, you know, we might actually end up creating something that is smarter than us that ends up fucking destroying humanity. So we might actually create Frankenstein's monster this time. All the songs are about artificial intelligence, technological dystopia, that whole thing. So we're going out shortly after the record drops. We're doing a full tour of the U.S. and Canada, which is very exciting. Then after that, we're doing a full tour of Europe with Silosis, which I can't wait for. We're definitely playing France on that one. I believe it's Paris. So look out for that. And then next year is our 20-year anniversary. So we will be definitely doing more touring, have more special plans lined up. We're very excited to celebrate how fucking goddamn old we've become over the years. I can't believe it's already 20 years. You know, we've played a lot of different places over the years. To me, it's always cool to play somewhere new. So, you know, yeah, who knows where this new record will take us? Maybe it'll take us to outer space. You know, it's crazy because it is such a routine, but also you're in a new place every day. So it's just this weird, constant new environment, constant new people. You know, in the case of touring in Europe, new languages. It's like, you know, you hear kind of, I mean, everyone speaks English mostly in Europe, right? But like, there's even just accents and dialects and how people interact and cultures. It's like you're in a new, obviously France is different than Germany, it's different than, Italy, and it's different than, the Scandinavian countries. So like you're just constantly in this new environment. But the thing that's holding it all together is the routine of you get in, you load in, you sound check, you play a show, you go out, you grab some food, you drink a beer, the whole thing, and it just it's a very unique existence, but something that I love.